We are doing a series where we want to speak with some of our students and
Okay.
understand a few aspects of how a skilling course is helping them, and also what they learned from the coursework, and what you as an individual got out of the coursework, and what do you recommend to say future students, and how would you approach. So I have a few questions. I'll just kind of go through those questions. The first question is, where are you working? What is your work like? And can you explain what your work is about?
My name is Karthik. I'm a mechanical graduate from SRM University. I work for Satyam Ventures Hyderabad, which is the headquarters, and I'm working as a CA engineer, which deal with the structural mechanics of the car components. So right now I'm doing meshing. So I'm a meshing engineer right now.
At Satyam Ventures, what tools do you use for meshing?
We use basically Hypermesh and ANSA for
Okay.
meshing.
What is your day-to-day activities like?
My day-to-day activity is like meshing, giving contacts, and such things. Yeah,
These skills, right? Hypermesh, ANSA.
yeah.
Did you learn it at college by any chance when you were studying in your undergrad?
No,
Okay.
they started it as a course in college, but it was like completely different. Weekly once we were allotted for hypermesh training, so it was like we go to the class. Sometimes they won't even take us to the class. The software were mm, bad. The computers were not supporting the software. So it was like that. So it was very horrible. Even if there was a course in college, it was. It is safe to say that it was not good.
Your first experience with Hypermesh or ANSA was at Skilling.
Yeah,
Can you explain what all courses did you take at Skilling?
I basically started with ANSYS Fluent. It
Okay.
was last year, and last year some challenge was going on. So it was like complete the 3 months course in 3 weeks, and we will get you an internship. That was the challenge. So I enrolled in it, and I got ANSYS Fluent,
How
and
was the
like
ANSYS Fluent course?
yeah, it was very good.
Uh,
Actually, ANSYS Fluent course was actually very good because the support engineers, as we all know, CFD is very easy to mess up. Like we don't even know that we are doing it wrong, and we will do it wrong. it it just won't click. So it was a difficult course, but there were support engineers who were ready to help at any point of time. I don't have to even post my questions in the group. If I used my personal chat, he was ready to support me
who
anytime.
was your support engineer, Karthik?
Aditya.
Aditya. Okay,
Yeah.
Aditya. Great. And what did you learn in that ANSYS Fluent coursework?
ANSYS Fluent coursework, I learned about Emmet body simulations, conjugate heat transfer in exhaust pipe, and also in graphic card. I learned about gearbox sloshing, and it is a very important simulation when it comes to CFD in the industry. And also, I learned about the cyclone separators.
So hopefully I have taken a look at your profile at projects.skilling.com.
Yeah,
And you have done a really good detailed project listing, right? Like you have explained what you have done
yeah.
and how was the whole learning process. Say for example, a lot of these online platforms just have videos that you basically take a look at, and so on, right? So at Skilling, probably you work on projects, and how much of an impact did the project, you working on the project and you writing a report, make? What was the impact that made it on you?
Yeah, it was very good. Actually, the problem with anything is we do it. We do it seriously. Like in the college, also, I was very serious with the work or the studies, what I do. But I didn't have the right guidance where to look at. Like the information is available on the internet everywhere. But if we don't know the right terms or the right things to search, the entire search will get useless because we will not learn about the thing, but we will learn many other things.
You just
So
open multiple Wikipedia tabs.
yeah, exactly. So in Wikipedia, it is like it is just a puzzle, right? And we can't trust the information given by Wikipedia also. So we need journals. As mechanical engineers, we have to study journals. So during the coursework I learned various terms. The support engineers also encouraged me to study these things, how to find those things. I learned about how to research stuff. Like, I have interest, I know, but I don't know what to study and how to study it. That what and how makes the difference between the real world and the theoretical world, like in college.
Great. So working on projects, right?
Yeah,
You writing the projects and the and assignments, you finished everything in 3 weeks.
yeah.
How much time did you spend per day, and how much time did you spend per day working, looking at the videos? How much time did you spend per day working on the assignments and uploading it on the platform?
Okay, so videos to assignment ratio, videos time were very less, and working on the project, it was dependent on the project to project. Like, it has a increasing difficulties curve, right? So in the gearbox sloshing, it is very important that we set up a proper dynamic meshing value to achieve proper convergence. Otherwise, the floating point exceptions will take place. So I have to look for it and continuously study it so that I can arrive at a proper conclusion why it is taking place. I asked for the support engineer's help, and many things I have to research it. So most of the time I spent was on my assignments and the preparation of the analysis and everything. Videos were very helpful. As I go through the videos and worked on the challenges, I learned many things also in that.
Yeah, that's the thought process as well. So whenever we basically build a coursework, we think about okay, the videos and the support system,
Yeah,
and most of it, your assignments and challenges and projects allows you to apply the concepts that you have learned looking at the videos and work on go in depth reading papers, journals, and then implementing all those aspects of it. Yeah, right. So how was your experience with ANSA?
yeah, it was very good. ANSA, they started off with CFD machine, and then I was introduced to structural machine. So the transition was also very good. Means CFD, we don't look into the quality of elements that much. We don't look into aspect ratios. We don't want a proper flow. It has to be a certain limit. Like, we need a certain size of the cells near the our area of interest. So in structural, it was completely different. Like, we have to check for the flow, the quality of the elements. So the transition was very drastic and sudden, but it was a very smooth transition.
So, what do you think the course covered the depths of pre-processing using ANSA through the course?
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Main thing is the plastic meshing. The plastic meshing is very difficult. Like, if you don't know the tool properly and I don't know how to approximate it, like, through the college we have learned that the shape should look like this. The shape will affect the stress concentration this much. So we, as a college student, I tend to be take the exact shape. Like, when I started with the course, I was like, yeah, I can take zero point 0.1 mm anywhere. What difference did it make? But as I progressed through the course, and more importantly, when I came here, I learned that it makes a ton of difference. Like, it will take the simulation time from months to, no, it's from days to months. Yeah.
And also the accuracy of the simulation as well, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, yeah. And how did the work that you did it, and the ANSA coursework at Skilling, help you at Satyam Ventures?
I learned about the flow. Means, so I did knew somewhat about the approximations I have to make. I have an idea what to expect in my work. Like, I was not like a very blank in the office. I know what is going on and I know why it is going on. So I was like enthusiastic because meshing is a continuously same task for over a long period of time, so we can get bored. But if we know that why we are doing this and what is the significance behind it, then we can do it for a longer period of time. So I was never bored because of that.
With respect to the interview process at Satyam Ventures, how did it go?
Yeah, it was very good. Actually, we were called for a tool test for many companies. So we just have to give the tool test, and they will conduct a second round of interview, and then we will get selected. It was very smooth.
Basically, if I retrace, so initially the first round was tool test. Basically, you are given a particular component and asked to mesh it.
Yes, yes.
And the second round was the technical interview where they ask more questions about how you mesh the part and so on.
Yeah, yeah, yes. And also, like basic mechanical engineering questions that everyone asks, because ultimately we are engineers, right?
Yeah. And with respect to say, so obviously there's a student success team where Naveen and Venkat. How did they help you in this process? Did the mock interviews, did the trials asking you to kind of work on multiple components and mesh them help you?
Yes, yes. They actually helped me a lot because my interaction with Naveen, he actually encouraged me to practice more, and in the process, arranged for multiple tool tests arranged by SkillLink. Uh, Gave me components, and I have a particular set of timer, like just like an interview. Like if we have an interview in the company, they will give tool test but with a timer, like in 1 hour we will getting this component and we have to mesh it, right? So yeah, I was getting timers, so yeah, it was very helpful. And
And was there any feedback that they after your tool test?
yes, yes, they told me that these are my weak parts. They give me feedback like in these regions I have to work more. Like if there is a topology cleanup and I am taking too much time in topology cleanup instead of actual meshing, then I have to work on these parts more so that my tool test will be smooth and I don't have to waste this much time or something like that.
I had one more question. If there is a student who is going to enroll in a skilling coursework
Yeah.
and he's pretty and he wants to enroll in this course and start the coursework, what would you recommend him and how would you recommend him to go about the skilling coursework?
I think everyone who is starting, like they should start with Hypermesh or ANSA course, because I don't think so. No one is teaching about the plastic meshing, the connections, and all. So, being an CAE engineer, we should know how to connect two parts because the computer does not know the difference between component one and component two. If we apply the force and the component are getting intersected, the computer will not be like yeah, I know there is a contact between that, so it will simply pass through, right? So the main thing is, I think with the skill link is they are focusing more on the uh, basics and how the flow should look, and also the connections. Everything is there. So I think if I have to recommend with the start of the course, I will. I think we have very good. SkillLink has very good ANSA and Hypermesh course as well as other courses like ANSYS Fluent. And I have saw your LS Jana profile also. It is also very good. So those
Yeah,
are
I
actually
think a CAE Masters as a whole, the CAE Masters coursework as a whole is a great coursework for anyone
yeah,
who wants
because CAE masters there are many things that other people don't
to
teach,
him.
like crash analysis and all. I don't think so many people teach it, and if it is very basic course, it will be very very useful in the industry.
So yeah, hey, thank you so much for taking this time. This is
Yeah,
something that I want to speak to you about. Thank you so much, and we appreciate your efforts and all the best in your career as well.